When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go on the attack first. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. The give to the fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose and no running room there. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gage. Makes the grab. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. Hit as he throws. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They make the stop, but how about the shot this sophomore quarterback took as he delivered the ball? The give to the fullback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense hungry.
Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win and can...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. RPO complete to open the drive. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the marker. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Rebels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Oh, he's got a chance. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Dennis. Gets it out quickly.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Gore. Made a defender miss. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Sticks it in his belly. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Rebels! Special teams proving to be special. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On on 3rd and long. He'll need to loosen up that arm. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buffaloes line up to punt it away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and take it back. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon.
He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Gonna run it. It's Pettis. Turning it on.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The give to the back. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks. And the Buffaloes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Gage. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the punt, and whether it goes 3 yards or 93 yards, just don't let that return guy get it again. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Complete to the right. Gets away from one. He's got space. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Rebels! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Colorado, 0-0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
By the receiver.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Looking to fire. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we've played 1 quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Gage. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And it'll be down right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you put them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Might be calling a hot route. The play action fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
Looking left. He's got it. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Just keeps slinging it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Dennis. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Rebels! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Defense looks like they're coming. Motion from the wideout. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
The defense was dialed in. They knew exactly what they were doing. They weren't fooled by it. They weren't fooled by the read game at all. Played discipline, kept eyes on the quarterback, strung that along towards the sideline, and made the big tackle.
Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
Slips through the line. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Finds a man in the middle. Push down for the tackle.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Gage. Throws to the tight end. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Pettis. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Buffaloes are marching down the field. Got his man quickly.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Pulls and fires complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Quick release on the RPO. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
56, Colorado, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Gage. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The kick is on its way. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. He gets him at the 21, but a big play there to get away from the shadow of the goalpost. They picked up 15. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll throw it. Finds his man. It's Gore. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. He wants to throw it again. Looking for a big play. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Dennis. Quarterback adapting. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Working on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll run it. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Colorado, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He hurls one deep down the left side. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And the undisputed star of the half has been that lockdown corner. The coaches told us how good he was, but I almost think they undersold how impactful he would be. Ultra physical with zero hesitation. And with hands like that, I wonder if they don't think about using him in the passing game at some point. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
The Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Buffaloes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Looking for a man. It's Whitaker. Oh, they're after him. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. They'll go to the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. They're backed up just a little, 1st and 10 from their own 19. They'll go to the toss. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the quick pass.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success, these guys...
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Plows through the defense. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. The give to the tailback. Fighting off the defender. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. And the Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. It didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Whitaker. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Trying to get the edge on the right. Powers through the defender. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Running into the open space. Turning it on. Oh, spins away. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this.
Looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay aggressive, try to throw the football, and just see what this quarterback can do here at the end of the game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Buffaloes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Back to throw, it's Whitaker. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Stands in and takes the hit. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Smashes in between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. There he goes. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug.